This is Daniel Leigh here for Rock Media UK. I'm here with Danny and Dean from Knockout Kaine. How you doing, boys?
Hey, I'm all good, thank you. How you doing, man?
I'm very good.
We are doing well, and we are enunciating.
You're enunciating for the people. Yeah.
Absolutely. Amate.
Lubricating one's vocal cords with a beverage of choice.
Viking ale, this
Viking
one.
ale, really?
Yeah.
Hey, let's try that.
Did the Vikings drink out of plastic cup? I don't know.
Is this one is this
Very
anything
modern.
to do with Hard Rock Ale, or is
It
this
is.
just
It is.
right. Okay.
How's it going? Is that nice?
Actually, you know what? That's not too bad.
Hair on your chest now, Danny?
I like to think of myself as a real ale connoisseur, less of an alcoholic, more of a connoisseur.
When he's at home, all he wears is tweed with a cravat.
That is true.
Smokes a pipe, smells of crushed biscuits.
Sitting in my old Chesterfield moaning about kids.
Yeah.
The youth. So, what's going on? Talk to me about the last year for Knockout Kaine.
Been in the wilderness, really. I mean,
Yeah.
with the departure of my brother Leigh on bass guitar, he had his own stuff to get on with and go and do. So, it was like a mutual thing. So it's with our blessing. He's doing really, really well.
That's good.
So we didn't know what we were going to do. I mean, we'd already written the third album, which is about to drop. It's about to, we don't have a release date yet, but we're thinking probably the end of October.
Lovely.
We've already got the pre-sales up and running.
That's great.
And we didn't know we didn't know what we were going to be doing up to, if anything, really. But then we thought, no, sod it. Life is far too short. So
Because there was word in the ether that you guys were just gonna call Knockout Kaine the day. Is that right?
yeah, there
There was plenty of rumours flying around.
It was talked about. It was talked about. But I mean, really, over the last 11 years, we've done so much that and there's peaks and troughs in any band's career.
Absolutely.
And so we didn't know where we were, if you see what I mean.
No.
But then we decided that we were going to bolster the lineup. So now it's a 5-piece lineup rather than a 4-piece. So 2 guitars.
How are you finding that extra mouth to feed?
I'll tell you what, it's
political?
surprisingly well.
Yeah.
I mean, Tom and Jim, they don't tread on each other's toes, and they sort of have this almost like healthy competition, if you like, where it's they're always they push each other, and the harmonies are just sounding absolutely awesome.
Oh, really? So you got just more harmony lifts?
Oh yeah,
and
but
everything?
it's kind of we've gone from being sort of like that standard sleaze rock band to something a little bit more muso friendly, if you like. So
Nice. How do you rehearse that? Dean, are you sort of like the master of ceremonies when it comes to the vocal?
Well, to be honest with you, we only tend to rehearse when we're doing tour prep or rehearse for if we've got a big show coming up or whatever. When it comes to writing and doing new material, we tend to do that in a studio environment.
Right. Okay.
And rehearsal is it's not something that any of us really get off on, is it?
No, we're very privileged because our sound guy James is he uses it as an exercise to get out all of his expensive, lovely gear and
Yeah.
you know we spend a lot. To be honest with you, our rehearsals we end up spending a lot of time actually getting sort of like our live sound rather than actually practicing what we're supposed to be practicing.
Yeah.
So it's. I mean, he's been with us now for how long's James been on board?
Oh, James has been on board for about 8 years, at least 9
Yeah.
maybe. 9 maybe.
So how does that? So if you're not getting together so much like around, how does writing work then?
What we tend to do is, so one of us has an idea. A lot of the time, I'll be with my piano and have lyrical ideas, and then sort of like just like play around with it at home, or with the piano or with the guitar, and then we go into. We're lucky because Jim, our guitarist, has a really good studio setup at his house, and now our other guitar player Tom, who by the way is Danny's brother. So we got rid of one brother and we got another one in.
He got the
like
looks like on the
family or something. And that's how it works. So then we'll go and start sort of like utilising studio equipment to put songs together and then and create some kind of a produced sound, kind of like what we would like to hear if it was on a record. Yeah. And then after that we'll go and rehearse them up before we play them live.
So how do you then? Are you using your own studio spaces to record the album? Fantastic.
I mean, Sam Cook, we did. The last album was recorded kind of on location.
It's the first time also that we've had a producer. We've always sort of like been. We've also we've always produced and arranged ourselves. So for the album number 1, House of Sins, album number 2, Electric Jester, and also the EP, it's self-produced. We do it. We do it
Sure,
ourselves.
yeah,
We know. It was the first time that we worked with a producer.
Why was that? Why did you choose to bring a producer in? What was the decision on that?
Well, Sam was he's a friend of ours, and he's really good at what he does, kind of thing. But he'd never recorded a classic style hard rock band before. Most of his stuff was punk or and across other genres. So he said, I want to do your album, and and being a bit of a control freak, I didn't know where I was. I was like, oh my God, is this going to be? Will this work? Are we going to clash heads? Is it going to be a battle of egos all the time?
Yeah.
But after the first session, as soon as Danny started laying down the drum tracks for the new record, and I was in that first session, and I was like, yeah,
it was brilliant because we
went to him and say, Sam, you run with it, do what you're going to do.
That first drum session was incredible because we did we actually recorded. Well, we recorded quite a lot at Lincoln Uni and various other places, but the drums were actually tracked in a place called Angel Cafe in Lincoln, which is like an old village hall.
Yeah, it's like an unconsecrated church, actually.
So we ended up having to, because it was a functioning cafe during the day, wouldn't be getting in until 7 o'clock, and it was the first time I've ever worked through the night.
Like church vaulted ceilings.
Wow.
And
Must be quite.
how the hell are we going to get a decent drum sound in here?
Wow.
And yet the guy, and it was what the hell's going on? It's monstrous. It's wonderful.
Yeah, I guess it must be quite romantic as well, sort of being in sort of like a very big sort of building and
it
late
was
at night as well.
And we'd turn all the lights off, and it'd just be like we'd have like a candle of inspiration. That's our
Nice. I was going to say
candle of
you had your
inspiration.
candles. Very nice.
Always a candle.
Always candle of inspiration. And we did one session without the candle of inspiration, and that session was shit.
It was rubbish. It was rubbish. Can't write a song to save a life without a candle.
That's fantastic.
I did once try Boston Fern.
No, it didn't work. We tried a Roman candle, but that just burned the place down.
That's fantastic. So what's coming up in 2020, the sci-fi year?
Right. Well, so obviously we've got the imminent release of the new album, which is called Living Breathing Monster. I know that every band says that their latest release is the best thing they've ever done, but this really, for all of us, is. I think.
I love it. That's great.
I think we've gone to another level, and anyone that knows us, has heard our stuff before, knows that we're not content being stuck in some kind of like a generic loop. We always like to try and spread our wings and see how far we can go and how far we can push ourselves.
That's great. Yeah.
And this record, we've done exactly the same thing, and it's I'm incredibly, immensely proud of it. I can't wait for everyone to hear it.
I'm stoked. I really am. I'm looking forward to playing a couple of the new songs tonight as well. It'll be. Yeah, so I think we're debuting actually, aren't we? A couple of new songs.
Debuting at least one.
Does that make you nervous when you sort of, because you think, oh, we got it in the rehearsal room, and then you think, oh God,
yes, it does.
Because you don't got that muscle memory on stage and performing.
Yeah, well, that's
a very different thing.
It's through performance and through sort of like going on stage in front of an audience that where songs tend to sort of like evolve and become an entity, which is again rehearsing in a rehearsal room. It's a little bit sterile, and I quite like the blood, sweat, and tears of mostly tears.
Mostly tears, yeah.
So like, there's loads of blood and sweat, but we have some tears as well. Yeah.
Yes.
Earl Grey? No, not tears. Tears.
So you guys have been going for a fair while now in terms of like any business, any bands that would keep them going for that long. What has kept you guys going through the blood, sweat, and tears?
Oh God, perseverance really, and friendship as well, because we're close.
We're just great. We're just great friends. We became like a family, when it was the four of us with Leigh on bass, I mean that lineup stayed together for well over 10 years.
It was 11 years, yeah.
Without any problems whatsoever, and I mean that's like I always say it's a bit like the golden ticket to get 4 or 5 people going in the same direction at the same time and not,
not clashing
heads,
Let alone 4. Fine.
And but the new lineup and having a 5-piece lineup and Paul, who's taking bass guitar duties, is an absolutely stunning bass guitarist, a great musician, and two guitarists who can really wail, really shred, but also have taste, and it's just it's a new animal. It's really exciting.
So with your brother stepping aside from the project and having this injection of two new members and having has that really injected a whole? How was that?
It has.
There's a whole new load of skill sets that have come into the fold today. So and it continues to evolve, and hopefully get better and better. But I mean,
we'll always. Leigh, he's still. We'll always miss Leigh. But he's still
you
part.
Never quite get over that because you're always going to be harkening, reminiscing.
It's still in many ways
part of
the
band. Whenever he's in an audience and the band's playing, he's always going to be sort of like, get yourself up here. So I mean, so it's he will always be a member of Knockout Kaine. As that.
Yeah, that's wonderful, guys. Well, look, where can people find you? What should people be looking out for? And what advice? Actually, and before we do that, what advice would you be giving, say, the bands coming up? Any bands that which are
don't do drugs.
Okay, good. Nice.
Because you look like this
or this.
And now I think perseverance, tenacity. If you think you've got something really, really good, and you're really feeling it, don't drop it all at the first hurdle, or even the second, or even the 10th, and just keep on going. Because the common denominator in any success story is perseverance.
Yeah, I hear that a lot. It's just don't give up. Just keep.
If you've got something that you believe is, if you've got something that you believe is good, you've just got to keep sticking at it, because it's not just you that's going to.
I mean, the only reason we would ever have even considered splitting up is the smell. The smell's not good, is it? The smell.
It's always been in one of our many vans that we hired. Where we talked about splitting up, wasn't it? After being dirty and filthy, not showered in a few days.
Once we were lucky enough to have a really good tour bus, and it smelled great. But after 2 days, it
smelled of.
Was that the day we lost the cap on the piss bottle? Do you reckon?
That was the day.
Oh Jesus!
It was a long tour.
4 gallons.
Knockout Kaine, knockout smell. More like unbelievable.
Well, I mean, to be fair, kind of became its own entity. Its own sort of like personality and charisma.
It grew life.
Lovely. And so where can people find you? Where should people be looking to get the most info?
Well, I would say knockoutkaine.com, but that's become obsolete now. If you go on knockoutkaine.com now, you get some kind of like it's like a Chinese gambling site or something.
Has it been taken over by something?
Yeah, it's been taken over. We was just about to I think we was about to re-register the domain, and then somebody decided to.
Within the next sort of like the next month or two, we'll be getting a brand new website up.
But we're on all the social media platforms. We're already talking about a new music video, so watch this space. Just keep an eye on. We've got Facebook, YouTube channel, and just keep your eye out on social media.
Tweeting, I only have to, because I use so many words all the time. I can't tweet. I'm terrible at tweeting.
It works for some and for some.
140 characters.
Wordsmiths.
I mean, how would Shakespeare? I just compared myself to Shakespeare.
Meet Dean.
Well, guys, have yourself a great show today.
Thank you so much.
You guys excited? You look so enthused all the time I see you.
Thank you.
It's really great to see. So have a great day today. I wish you all the best for 2020.
Thank you very much, man.
Thank you for taking your time. See you later.
Pleasure.
See you later.